Hello, it's me Flora, welcome back, and if you are new, hello, welcome. I thought it'd be helpful to make ways to reduce your water waste, or ways to, reuse water that you perhaps would have wasted otherwise, since it is deep in summer right now. By the time I edit this, I don't know if that's still true, but I'm gonna hope that I can edit this quickly and piece it together so that this will come out during summer. So with water restrictions in place in Australia right now, I don't know if it's all states, it has become highly encouraged that you reuse any water that is, non-soapy or chemical free. I am doing my best to be as environmentally conscious as possible with the resources I have. And so these are tips that I think are personally very easy to, implement. So hopefully they help you out or inspire you to make some changes in your home and in your lifestyle. Enjoy! This first tip is to boil your vegetables and related foods without using salt or seasoning. Try to reduce your amount of salt and seasoning not only for your own health, but also so that you can reuse that water once it's cooled down to water your plants. Number 2. Choose plants that are native to your area or drought tolerant so that you can reduce the need to even water them. Choosing native species of plants is not only great because it attracts organisms that are native to your area, but also because it's so well acclimated to your area and region that you just need to rely on the earth's processes. So you don't really need to do any excess watering unless conditions are tough. Something you could definitely implement, and although a little bit of an investment, it definitely pays off in the long run, is to get a rainwater tank. It's so useful, it's very guilt-free as well. I do not feel guilty at all when I'm watering my plants now. There's also not that much rain in the tank right now, which is why in the hose you'll see it on a very low trickle setting, not by choice, but because there's just not much pressure being built up in the tank, so my lavender's very sad right now. This next tip is really great if you have a plant stand or some kind of tallish stand, or maybe you've just got a lot of time on your hands and patience. You could use that water that trickles down from the drainage hole of one plant pot and use that to water the one for the next plant pot. This is actually something really simple, and if you haven't implemented it already, you better do so. It saves you a lot of water. You could also do this with plants that are in water. So for example, I am propagating pothos and growing pothos in water. So when I'm changing that water, I dump it out into my watering can or watering tub of sorts and use that, because you do not want that much water to be wasted. There's a lot of debate and conversation around whether you should have a shower or have a bath as your means of cleansing yourself, because which one uses more water? It's a hard question to fully answer, just because there's so many different variables. If you're going to have a bath, really depends on the capacity and volume which you fill your bathtub at. If you're having a shower, how long that shower is, what kind of shower head you're using, all of those factors are important in determining how much water you're using. And so for me, I don't have a bathtub, so it's not really an option for me to use a normal giant bathtub. So the best option, I think, for me at least, is to use a water efficient shower head, which disperses the water in a way that, well, it's both comfortable to you to use, but also it's more efficient since the water isn't all just coming down at once. Most showers are like this nowadays, but if you don't have that, maybe consider changing. Now, warning to those of you who have trypophobia or trypophobia, however you pronounce it, because this is the shower head I have right now. This is the handheld shower head. I'm pretty sure this one is not a water efficient one, even though it has multiple areas of dispersion. But I'm pretty sure that my upper shower head, so the overhead one, is a slow flow or low flow shower head. I'm not completely sure. I even asked my parents, they're not really sure either. So please comment down below if you know, so that we could build our knowledge together. And speaking of knowledge, it's not a bad idea to read up on some of the plants you own, just so that you can get to know them a little bit better and their care needs. It's great to know when to water them or how to water or when their growing periods are, because then you won't have to water as much during its dormant times, if it has dormant times in the year, or if it's during its growing season and you need to water it a bit more or feed it some fertilizer. You never know. This is also kind of just a plant care tip, but also a tip to make sure that you are not watering more than you need to. in saying that is a good reminder to myself to not overwater, because the main cause of death of all the plants I have owned in the past is, well, you probably guessed it, overwatering. This one is something everyone practically already does and has been doing for ages. Drumroll. It is to collect the water that drips from leakages. Basically what I'm saying is, don't waste water no matter how little you think it is. I don't know why I keep saying these are really simple. I guess that's the point of this video. I mean, it's in the title, so it's kind of redundant of me saying it, but hey! This one's really simple. Just make sure that every time you put your washing in the laundry machine or whatever device you use to wash your clothes, it is full so that you don't waste water. And that concludes the video. So basically what I'm trying to say with this video is that don't waste water. Try your best to save all the water you can use. Also, don't feel too guilty about using water, because sometimes you do need to use it to survive and stay clean so that your health is optimal. But do make sure you are earth conscious and environmentally conscious, because it's so important now more than ever, because we are nearing the end, as people say. I don't know who says that, but I feel like it's said. One of my goals for 2020 is to reach 100 subs, even though I don't really care about numbers. It's more just I really want 100 subs so that I could get a customized YouTube channel URL. It's kind of silly, but I think it is a nice aim, or nice goal to aim for. So I hope you guys subscribe and press the notification bell so that you are notified every time I post, which may actually be rarely, but I try my best to post at least once a month. Okay, who let her start uploading? I hope you guys have a lovely day and see you guys later. Bye!